All right, that's good.
It's just not the same without the explosion.
I know we need an explosion, but I don't have an explosion, so
load him and then put that up.
Yeah, we'll just we'll put an explosion in and post. There you go. Oh boy, hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Great to Point Live. We're here with Micah Curtis to talk about he's going to take us on a vacation of 3 nights and 4 days. It was funny.
Where's my night's book, you fuck?
I went to go look at the try to find your thing, and I misspelled nights.
Oh no,
regular nights, and it was trying to give me vacations in India.
What are you talking about, Crusaders? We didn't do that. wrong part of the world, asshole.
That was in Israel, you cook. Oh Lord. But yeah. And as you know, we've been having fun with the jump cuts, with this, smash cuts. You saw it last night.
Yeah.
That was apparently the boys watched another of those wonderful movies.
Oh God, they're terrible.
What was it called again, Xavier?
Rage of a Ninja.
Rage of a Ninja. And apparently, what was it said in the trailer? Was it like rape and murder become the tools of a ninja who is
gone mad?
Gone mad, yeah. Rape and murder have become the tools of a ninja.
Ninjas battle over precious jewels and other men's wives.
What is this? Ninjas of our lives?
Apparently so.
Okay, so the story is there's this guy named Steve, and his boss is totally counting on him. What he's counting on him for is not important. So Steve goes home and finds his wife in bed with another dude. He beats the hell out of that guy. And you think he killed that guy because the dude ran face first into a coat hanger, like a coat hook. Well, turns out that guy is actually alive and works for this Dutchman who's also a ninja. And that guy failed for the last time and, just gets straight up murked. But Steve is still on the run for some reason, and he breaks into this lady's house, and she's like a lonely housewife, but not because she's divorced, and shacks up with her. And some stuff happens, and also Steve is a ninja.
I think you skipped the part where somebody throws an entire ottoman at this chick's face.
Yeah, that was the guy that was banging Steve's wife.
Yeah. Steve's
you
wife
lost me
an
at Dutch
ottoman to the face.
ninja.
Yes.
There's a lot of words that go together, and then there's a lot of words that don't go together. Dutch and ninja are definitely two that don't go together.
I wish I could show you the trailer, but we could get in trouble for showing that. But I will send it to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, to help you keep track of it all, they actually have ninja written in English on all their headbands. So
yeah,
yes,
helps you keep track of who's a ninja and who's not.
Because these are also smashed together with Hong Kong crime movies that were.
I guess I would have them confused with like motocross bikers or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at one point, I'm looking at the trailer.
Because if they put pirate, I'd be really confused.
Yeah. At one point, they actually did a little transformation jutsu, too. They were like, just in regular street clothes, and then they did a little spin.
Yeah.
And then they became ninjas immediately. Like,
what was that one that we were watching that they looked like they were going to have a sweet sword fight? But
that's Ninja Empire.
Okay.
How do you know?
How come Xavier has an encyclopedic knowledge of these
How did you know they all look the same?
I think we could actually show that one because that doesn't ruin your enjoyment of the entire movie.
Yeah.
Even though you're literally just watching the ending.
Failure by Winning says, some stuff happens and insert name here is a ninja. Pretty much sums up virtually all Godfrey Ho ninja movies. The crowd's begging for cocaine, and I'm going to give them the Micah. So here we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cocainum.
Oh, we come back and Micah's a comedy shit.
Now look what you did.
I had to bring the hat.
Cocaine, not even once.
Yeah.
I mean, he does work for the Russians today, so
Yes, this is true.
Yeah.
All right, enough of this.
So what's going on, Mike? I saw besides.
Wow, my hair is preserved after that. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue. Sorry.
It's fine. I saw not only we'll get to 3 nights in a few minutes, but I saw that the books are in.
Yes.
Yeah. I think Hatman showed them off. It was the regular edition, right?
Yeah, those came in first because we had this weird thing. So in the director's cut, it's basically the foreword that I wrote, the comic itself, and then all the bonus material at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a gray background on the bonus material stuff. And when we would send the proof to them, when they sent it back to us so we could approve it, what they were giving us was all of a sudden the grays were all changed. One, like half of the bonus pages were a light gray, half the other pages were a dark gray. And I'm like, excuse me? Mm-hmm. So we had to call them the next day and be like, hey, this is very not right. Can you please fix this so we can give you money to print them?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why the special editions haven't come out yet. Okay. But we're supposed to get those, I think, like Thursday or Friday.
Okay.
And then they'll get sent out immediately.
And you're doing Mix'em, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they seem like, from everything I've heard, they're good to work with.
Yeah, they're easy to work with.
Oh,
I mean, we've had no issues with them. The orders come back really quickly too.
Did you happen to see the tweet from Replicator Rob today or yesterday?
Yeah, like he got like a ton of damaged stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know who he's going through.
Yeah, I don't either, but it looks like that was mostly the post, like being shipped. Like
still, though,
the box was ripped up. The books were, the books were like frayed at the top, the edges and everything. It
yeah.
Was bad. Yeah.
That's fucking low.
And honestly, I don't know how obviously he's going to have to get some more because he said he wants his customers to have perfect condition books. But
oh yeah, I mean, I would be calling the printer and like screaming at them for not putting it in appropriate packaging.
Yeah, something that's going to fall apart like that would not be. It looks like Mix'em didn't have. Yeah, he said he was using one in Australia. That was. But I saw the ones from Mix'em. The box that Hatman was showing it coming out of looked good, like a good box.
Yeah, everything's very well protected.
Nice.
He and for those wondering, the one that he grabbed with his bare hands is the one he's keeping. Just so you know, The rest of them are being unpacked and shipped in gloves. So.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I was like, because I seen that and I saw when John Malin was doing his signings with Mark Polton and they were wearing gloves and I was like, well, it's a good thing I actually have gloves. Yes, so,
exactly.
That'll work out. But yeah,
if he hadn't done that, he would probably there would be a rainy night in North Carolina, and then the door to the shop would open, and then I'd be standing in the doorway with an axe and a hockey mask on.
It'd be like that. You know one because Stats he's in the chat I saw him a minute ago when Stats did that one comic about you where he says I'm gonna get that Micah Curtis and you just towering over him and then
we have lots of space and opportunity.
Yeah. and then afterwards he said I still feel like I won even though Bear Circus is the one with bacon grease in their comic book.
Damn.
Now hold on. I actually eat bacon with a fork.
Oh, there you go.
So how dare you?
Well, I think he was talking about Hatman, but
oh, okay. Well, fair enough. Hatman's a slob. So,
oh, Hatman. Oh man, I was seeing a guy the other day on Twitter, and his Twitter handle was Frozen Rabbit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And during Gamergate, he had one video, and it got like 100,000 views because it was hilarious.
Nice.
And he was basically going through what Gamergate was, but he was doing it comedically, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about the 3 places that were, like kind of the hubs of Gamergate.
Yeah.
Of course, one was KIA, one was, the Gamergate, not Reddit, but the Gamergate 8chan board, and then GG Revolt, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that was like at that time, that's what we had, right?
Yeah.
And he starts off his video. He says, apparently there's a whole lot of cuckolding going on. You cannot swing a cat without hitting a cuckold. And then he started talking about Kotaku in action. And he goes like, "Is ran by men apparently named the Cook Man."
Oh goodness.
And I went to Hat after that because he saw the video and he laughed, because it's funny. And I said, so what happened to the cuck man? And he goes, who cucks the cuck man?
You can't NTR the NTR man.
Sir Ian Malcolm for Australian $5. Thank you, sir. It says, kick Micah with sweet, passionate love and unrelenting understanding. Okay.
You know what's funny?
Hmm?
The Australian $5 looks like the word ass.
Yeah.
Sir Ian Malcolm for ass. Thanks. I'll eventually start reading these like wingers. Like, we got Sir Ian Malcolm for $5.
I'm curious if I'm going on Wingcast on Thursday, and I'm genuinely curious if the one guy who really dislikes me is going to show up and just give Winger a bunch of money to insult me. Because I'll just stand there and be like, "Thanks for giving my friend money."
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, at least you haven't been accused of stealing an IP like we were.
Jesus.
You're from Ass Blaster P.
You gonna pay a bunch of money to have a guy vape on your head?
I freaking love Winger. And one time he invited me on his show, and that was when I was going on a different show already. So sad.
He needs to come hang out with us again sometime.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's a good dude. And he's got a good little show going on. I think they got a nice, entertaining show. Ian Malcolm offering that Australian ass. This is why Piper is a genius. I'm just reading chat real quick.
Manly man.
Oh God, people want manly men. Oh boy, it's been a while.
Been a while.
Been a while, but we can do manly men. You want to hear manly men, Micah?
You know what? Because Hardboiled Entertainment is asking for it and it's not contextual. No.
All right then.
Nice. I am very confused. If I had my Ewok double penetration, I'd offer to be Piper's wig. What the fuck is up with that?
Well, this stream just took a turn to the worse.
This place is going.
The Ewoks are freaks, man. What the fuck?
Well, at least he didn't say Jawas, right? I mean,
I don't remember that part of the Ewoks cartoon.
What the fuck?
No wonder freaking 3PO didn't like him to start.
And maybe that's why only the second Ewoks movie got played on cable TV and never the first one.
No,
The second one was on Cinemax.
oh yeah, and for not double penetration, display picture. Holy shit! Okay, display.
I prefer Droid DP. Oh shit!
Click on that again. You have to see his avatar.
Which one was that?
J Bama fan.
Oh shit!
Nice. A classic.
Holy flatulence, Batman.
Yeah.
No, that's a water gun. He spits out. Okay, so you fill the water up his ass, right?
Okay.
Yep.
Grab him. You push the crotch, and it sprays water over his mouth.
That's sounding like inflation porn now.
Yeah, that's called. It's an enema. You just pour water in there.
There you go.
And then they get all bloated. I'm not sure about the coming out of the mouth part. That's a little too extreme. I don't think.
No.
I knew a girl that had that fetish, and I did not share it.
But
Let's see, real quick to show you a little bit of Florida man stuff.
Yeah, the trigger is his dick.
the trigger is his dick. Yeah.
So
Good.
already, we got a good picture here, right?
That man looks very confused.
Yeah. So you want to know what he did, right? Obviously.
Go for it.
All right. Florida man cosplaying as Nazi anime character arrested for throwing balloons.
But it gets better.
It gets better.
They buried the lead.
Yeah. Thomas Saller, 37, arrested for cosplaying Nazi version of anime character Naruto, throwing balloons filled with white paint on people yelling "Race Sengan."
How did Seattle for Truth get out of jail? See, I know I can make that joke here and people get it.
Yeah.
You know what's sad though is that that's not a picture of the costume. I really need to see a picture of a Nazi Naruto costume.
Naruto. You're like, what the hell happened here, right? Like, What the hell? What the?
And I hated Naruto already.
Right? That's why I need this in my life.
Believe it.
I need to see it.
He's like, look, oh god, can you imagine?
Believe it to go to the camps. Yeah.
Can you imagine? Naruto's like, look, I'm just saying, maybe it's a good idea to get rid of the Uchiha clan.
Maybe if you put them in camps, yes.
Put them in some camps. You know, give them nice showers. Better not go too far off that.
Yeah. Okay, so Hardboiled's mad that I don't eat crispy bacon. Well, you'll have to pardon me for liking flavor.
Well, if you crisp it too much, it'll
Everybody
I like
crisps
it. I don't
too much.
like it like where you're basically chewing on rubber. I like.
Yeah,
you gotta get
it
there's
just-
a happy medium,
Yeah.
and that's why I love my bacon.
I like it to
That's what
have the crisp, almost the crunch,
I
but
think
not
it was
crunchy.
crunchy, but not like black.
I don't want it like you get it on a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit at McDonald's.
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm sticking flavor sticks on here, and that's it. That's like what it tastes like.
Man, it's like more like bacon strips. It's not even real bacon.
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna say I hate most fast food. I think the way they do bacon because it's just like these little wiggly strips of yuck.
Yeah.
The only place that I've known like local to me that has actually gotten it right on a sandwich is oddly enough a Wendy's just down the road from me.
Yeah.
Their baconators are godlike.
Wendy's
depends on
Wendy's used to do the bacon perfect for their baconators, and then it was like when they were first introduced, so for like a week or two,
Yeah.
and then it was just nasty, gross, wiggly McDonald's bacon on it, basically, pretty much. So I stopped it.
It very much depends on the Wendy's because if you've ever worked at a Wendy's, you know how they keep their meat. The meat stays on the grill for so long until it's ordered.
Yeah.
And after so long, that meat goes and becomes chili meat.
So Dark Gift Comics presents for $2, of course, is What's Up, Peeps. He does because he never deviates from his first super chat for the night. We appreciate it.
But I think the worst bacon I've ever had was I love the Frisch's breakfast bar because it's Frisch's. That's the only reason why I would ever go to a Frisch's Big Boy is to get their breakfast stuff. Well, sometimes you go in and their bacon is literally just the limpest, wettest bacon ever, where it's just been sitting in grease the whole time. It is just not
Yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a big no bueno.
Yeah.
But what was?
Also, can we all agree that turkey bacon needs to go back to hell where it came from?
Agreed.
Yeah.
There's no such thing.
You
as
cook
turkey
that
bacon.
stuff. There's no way to cook that stuff and it not
It is
stink
not
up your
turkey
house.
bacon.
either.
It is turkey skin that they pretend is bacon.
It's gross. Well, for that
It's
reason and because it stinks.
It's a kind of turkey sausage, but it's
You know what? I don't even care
really
what part
gross.
of the turkey's ass it is. It still stinks.
Turkey sausage is terrible.
My mom loved that stuff, and I always knew, like, right before coming home from school and stuff, that she made some because before I even opened the door, I was like, "Oh, god damn it!"
I think you said something interesting the other day, Piper, on Twitter, where you said that I used to think that I hated a lot of foods, but it just turned out my mom was a bad cook.
Yep. I grew up thinking that a whole bunch of different foods were nasty, and it took like people my own age group telling me it's not and convincing me to give it another chance for me to go, what the shit is actually really fucking good? What the fuck?
Yeah. And if anybody wants to yell at Piper's mom, she might be here on Saturday for ladies' night. So
There you go.
Yep. Yep. I said bacon.
Context.
I said bacon.
Up there, and then we got Andino Palacio saying, "I'm here, Jesus. I blame myself for Piper shaving her head."
It's probably at least partially your fault. So it's a lot of people's fault.
It's about 800 and some backers' fault, really.
Yeah, so it's partially my fault twice.
Yeah.
So,
Damn it.
Look at how round her hair got. It makes her head look cute now. Look at that.
Aww.
And it's growing back quick.
Yeah, it's already fuzzy. It's already past the where it was like the freaking Velcro where it was grabbing every freaking thing. That sucked.
Make her mom wear a wig. By the way, we saw some. Just says fatties in the chat. We saw some more pages today with your, with your drawing, and you're looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was funny because I took that one panel, the one panel with all three of them, and I sent that to Fatty because I wanted him to see himself, And of
Yeah.
course, Doc Hogg is, in the front, and the first thing he says is, "Why is Mark Ruffalo in this comic?"
Because Mark Ruffalo paid good money.
So,
Punished Berserker. I did go full smooth. It
Yeah.
just grew back fast.
yeah, she's got
It was technically back the next day.
got that Native American hair. That
Yeah,
grows back.
Berserker. I'm serious. You can't shave an Indian. It takes too long. You have to do it every fucking day. Because you see her head right now. That's like 4 days. That's 4 days of work of growth.
Well, to be fair, Mike, you'd only have to shave the head and maybe the face because there is no more hair growing.
Mm-hmm. That's it. No more hair else, bro. Oh God.
Well, now Hardboiled is trying to put it in context. Mark
that's stop.
No,
You cannot force a meme. I have to tell my audience this all the time. Stop trying to force. I remember a year and a half ago, they were trying to force Bible Man as a meme on my channel.
Bible Man?
I'm like, not happening. No, it's you're just throwing it in there out of context. That's not how it happens. These things have to evolve. Shame the Hat Man. That is something that happened. Fuck them. That button is something that happened.
Exterminatus.
Exactly.
But speaking of things that are to blame for why Piper is bald, Renfamous has a new book that's being funded now. Did you hear about this?
Yeah.
How?
Oh,
it's the same. It's the same thing they did with Deadbeats. It's a big, compilation book, and they're trying to show like this person worked on Miss Marvel, and this person, and then it gets the reference and says, and she worked on Deadbeats. Like
it's like 25 different stories by like 52 different people.
Nobody's getting money.
Nobody's getting money.
It doesn't look very likely it's going to get funded this time either.
They have 15 days to hit 25,000 to get it funded,
and they're like 17.
They're at 18 now.
Mm-hmm.
like seriously, they're splitting. They split
That's
what, $32,000 like 42 ways.
That's a very good point. Punished Berserker says, "Infamous work. Pick one."
I'm just thinking to myself, it's like I was so happy that I was whooping a bunch of ass on Indiegogo, but I'm not beating them. Damn it!
Well, now to be fair, they've had like an extra like 10 days.
This is true.
So you got to look at it like that.
And you got to remember that every single, all those people worked on that book, which means all of them at least have one family member that probably backed that book.
Probably.
It's also important to remember
my
that.
family.
Let's see, it's like $20 gets you the digital, $25 to get the print.
Jesus.
So they've at least priced it a little bit better than they did before.
What are you showing us now? What?
Huh?
Drug dealing costume villain emerges in Chaz, threatens women.
Phoenix Jones, no, what happened?
Famous ex-vigilante Phoenix Jones has returned to evil and is confronting the Seattle superheroes handling law enforcement in the Chaz. A former vigilante named Phoenix Jones appears to have reemerged in Seattle's Wallace Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone as a supervillain.
Oh, no.
He was previously a member of the Seattle Superheroes, a league of costume social justice vigilantes who appear to have taken over law enforcement within the zone following the abolition of the police. I wonder if this is fake.
This has to be.
Yeah, that's satire. That has to be.
I'm not buying it.
I mean, people are crazy enough.
Because the
Wait
first
a second, there's video.
What?
There's video?
Maybe. We're double checking here. Oh my goodness.
Oh, here we go. What's this? Yeah, can you? You can't full screen that.
Just double click it.
Oh yeah, there you go.
But did you share audio?
Yeah, I don't think he shared audio.
You have to do the thing again.
Well, we don't really need to see audio. We just need to see him walking around doing. Look at this.
Wait a minute, isn't that fucking internet gas boy?
Right?
Mhm.
He does kind of look like him, doesn't he?
So we have Seattle superheroes acting like police now.
Why do they
This
look
is
like?
awesome. I just
Why did they look like really, really bad Mad Max rejects?
I don't know, but Chaz is my favorite show on right now. Like,
It
My
is such
question-
a mess.
My question is, what happens when they run into Warlord Raz?
right? Oh shit!
He came back and he's starting to hand out AR-15s.
Yeah, I heard that he's handing out AR-15s to children.
I thought that those were the devil, though.
Wow.
Well, you remember, this is, Raz doesn't really believe what they believe. He's just
I
trying
was about to say they all stopped believing what they claimed to believe the second that they started this fucking zone. Like
Yeah,
all
they-
of that went out the window real
they-
fast.
They put up a wall to control their border. They've lined it with armed guards. They demand proper identification of anyone that enters, and you have to obey their laws or they deport you.
Yeah.
And they immediately started an extortion ring of where they demanded $500 from every business owner in the goddamn Chaz.
So it's basically a mafia, like at this point. Awesome.
Yeah,
All right.
Man,
I honestly,
I had a fun time on my podcast because somebody was actually taking Chaz seriously, and I'm like, "Stop it! Stop it! No, there's
Yeah.
nothing to take seriously here. This is hilarious.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
You
I
literally,
wanted to reach through his computer and go, bam, 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 bam. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
you literally point and laugh at the Chaz. You don't, there's nothing to take seriously about it. They could get wiped out with a cough.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Yeah.
say personally, I think the entire thing is just like a fed honeypot. They let him do all these things because every single one of them is just building up felonies every single day.
Exactly. It's hilarious. It's like this is entertainment. It's
Yeah.
like the
Oh,
Truman
no.
Show on acid. I love it.
Micah, he stole your character. He's MMA trained.
He's just in live in live action, whatever. But you get to see liberals get a taste of what their communist utopia
Yeah.
would
What I
be,
love
and they don't like it, and it's great.
what I love about it, the biggest thing I love about it is like newscasts and stuff are like now saying reporting from the Chaz U.S. border.
Yeah, it's hilarious. And Spirit Scar, man, don't bring down the mood. Obviously, people who rape it take
God.
serious. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's
we-
a bit of a downer. You could just leave the
Every party needs a pooper. That's why they invited you. Party pooper.
Speaking of party poopers, bring up Ren's fucking
No,
thing.
I am
Yeah.
not gonna. No. We're here to talk about 3 Nights, 4 Days.
I wanted to actually get a good look at it because she said that Peregrine is trash. So I wanted to see what she was working on now. Because
you go check it out. It's Spirit something. I don't know.
I got it. I'm sending you a link.
Spirit cooking?
Oh, no.
It's called Maybe Someday.
Yeah.
see,
Wait,
now you're
what?
the party pooper.
Maybe it's called Maybe Someday.
Yeah.
I'm double checking.
So in the news of comics that actually are titled in something catchy,
Yeah. 3 Nights, 4 Days.
And
Yeah.
they're also fighting with a webtoon comic called Baby Sunday.
There's another one. Oh.
Yes.
Well, nobody said that they were original. Right.
No.
no.
Yeah. Hey Ren, when you actually get if you're listening, which you might be because you're crazy, if you ever actually have an artist that's the caliber of either Doug Franchin or Preston Acevedo, let us know.
Like that'll ever fucking happen.
Right.
Oh man.
Oh, the greatest part of that exchange of her saying Peregrine was trash is then one of her little, I don't know, goons was talking about I said, or since I replied, well, it beat, it beat out Deadbeats. And so one of our little goons went, "So you're admitting it's trash?" And I'm like, you're admitting that Deadbeats is worse than trash. So,
Holy
like,
shit.
sorry, but out of this exchange, you lose.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I mean, Renfamous is just Zoe Quinn, but the dime store version and less cocksucking.
Somehow less. We don't know how.
Well, I think it's because they pay her to not do that.
This is a very
give you
serious
$10 not to suck my
this is
dick.
a very serious accusation, Micah. Are you going to answer this online?
Oh no.
Well, he's spoiling the plot of Inglewood. At the end of the series, I'm the bad guy. So there you go. It's my bad.
Oh, okay.
He would have gotten away with it too if it weren't those meddling kids.
Exactly.
That Andino Palacio and his
Curse him.
yeah. Oh gosh, Dark Gifts Comics says she'd have to stop hanging out with SJWs to get an artist of that caliber.
Ain't that the truth?
Jeez, but yeah, let's look at Free Nights 4 Days, Part 1. I know this is like from everything we've talked about, like before you launched and everything. This is like it almost feels like your labor of love comic.
Yeah,
right?
this is one where a lot of love went into it.
Mm-hmm.
So story behind it is I was working a shit job that I was basically just in it for the money and trying to get Inglewood finished and all this other stuff, and kind of learning the process of being, publishing comics as I went. And on top of that, there was all the troubles that I had with Doug and with that crew and all that other stuff. And in the midst of all of it, I felt the need to write this story, especially after Preston Acevedo wanted to work with me so badly that he was just like pushing me to write it. He's like, dude, write it, and we'll do it together. And, and like ever since then, it's been this, crazy, wild ride of just trying to get this sort of thing. And it's one of those books where, I wanted to do a horror comic. I wanted to do something with a good narrative theme to it, which I'm not going to talk too much about because I want people to read that and find out what it is. Mm-hmm. And really just kind of pour all of myself into a comic, mm-hmm. And that's what this story is. This is basically, the joke that I have is that Inglewood is the kind of book that really, really showed people that I am a very good writer. This is the book that when people read it, they're going to realize I really, really need therapy. So, yeah.
Nice.
But the elevator pitch on this is that in the year 1188, 3 crusaders from 3 different knightly orders return to England to basically retire from war and to get away from everything that's going on. And when they return back to England, they find that the lead character, Sir Roger Godfrey's village, has been besieged by a satanic cult. And as they try to fend them off from the village, they realize that things are much worse than they had realized, and they find themselves battling back the hordes of hell. So, this is a bloody romp for 44 pages, and yeah, it's going to be badass, to say the least. I mean, you've got me writing it, you've got Preston Acevedo as the artist, who I am of the opinion is one of the 5 best artists in CG that never worked for the big 2. And yeah. And then you got Oliver Lee Arce, who used to work for IDW doing the color work on this, and then Eric Weathers is doing the lettering. So
you always want to call him Eric Letters, don't you?
I know, right?
Yes. Eric Letters. All right. I like the, where's my favorite one? Here, you know which one I'm talking about. There it is.
Oh, yes. The Satyr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This page.
I forgot which stream you were on where it said it looks like he took the arm and he's like, here, it's okay, little girl, here's your piece.
Yeah. I think it was on Michael Bancroft, actually.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was watching you on Bancroft, yeah. But oh gosh, it's like, so he rips her arm off, but he's already ripped off her legs.
Oh yeah,
he's
literally playing with the corpse.
Yeah,
in those pages, and that was the intention. I want when you see these images of these demons, I want you to be like, oh, fuck those guys.
Yeah.
You know, you want them dead. And that's how I write villains, is you
I-
want to see them lose.
I non-sympathetic villains.
Oh, yeah. No simpy.
No sympathy. I see those. Sorry, Thunder. I see a lot of all these people. Oh, you're villains. They need to be sympathetic. You need to know their motive. No, I don't.
Yeah, fuck all that.
If they're a bastard, they need to go down.
Yeah. Let's ask the
like-
chat for those of you who have read Englewood. What do you think of Carlos?
You know what?
Sorry, go ahead, Pep.
I was just saying, I like both kinds. I don't think anybody should say that anyone needs them to be one way or another, because both are cool as long as they're working in the story just fine. Like,
Well, it depends on the story. I would
Yeah,
say.
exactly.
'cause, like,
They,
I know you've apish bullshit. You want villains that just you want to fucking kill.
yeah,
If you want to think about some shit,
Mm-hmm.
sympathetic.
It's kind of like Kingpin, right?
Yeah.
In some ways, he comes off, sympathetic. You're seeing you see where he came from, and where life led him and stuff like that. But then the fucked up shit he did to Daredevil, to Matt Murdock, and you're just like,
yeah. You think you're like,
that guy,
fuck, yeah,
Yeah.
it's great.
fuck him. And that's why with Fall of the Kingpin was one of the best stories ever.
Oh, yeah.
You finally
Born
get
Again.
Kingpin fall.
I know you've sent the digital versions of Inglewood out. I'm still waiting for my physical copy before I read it.
Did you have the standard edition or did you have the director's cut?
Don't remember. I
Okay.
think I had the standard.
Okay, that'll be coming this week.
Nice.
Yeah, he'll according to Hatman, he'll be starting to package those up tomorrow. So,
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
and I'll make sure if I have to, Micah, let me know. I'll drive down there to make sure he doesn't get bacon cheese fries and slobber all over.
Let's feel free.
It's like, where is he?
Oh shit.
Bring us the hat, man.
What are you doing, Hat Man?
Us, aka the Cookman.
Screw Carlos, F Carlos. Apparently, people don't like Carlos.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Carlos is a bastard. That's just straight up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And yes, I have, for everybody, who's wondering, yes, I read it, but I read it as a favor. Micah said, please read it to make sure if anything needs to be fixed, let me know. I think I found a couple of things that need to be fixed, and you got them fixed,
Yep.
So, yeah, I think I got the director's cut. I believe that's what I ended up getting. Because I said, yeah, more story. That's always my motto. If I can get more story, give. But yeah, so see, there's like all your features. Let's admire the art a little more. Let's go back up before we get down here. Of course, this is the cover. Beautiful.
Yes, I'm
I
very
like the
very happy
change.
with it.
Because I know originally you had it like it was like in red,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of like and then you made the you changed it to this, which I think highlights the knight's virtue better.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Oliver, who is in the chat, by the way.
Yeah, I know him. Yeah. Hey, Oliver.
He definitely captured more of that with his color work for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he matches more the style of what Preston is going for. Because here's the great thing about this. That's not inked.
Yeah, that's pencils and then colors.
Yep, pencil on top of color. And Oliver's coloring style is perfect for it.
Yeah, I like that.
Mike, what are you doing?
What are you doing? You okay?
Just doing a
Metal
sick guitar solo.
Oh, it's metal as fuck. Okay. Okay. I mean, you want to see metal as fuck? I'll play the trailer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that image of the demons standing there and holding that girl's mom, she's torn in half. I get like Berserk vibes from it, and I love.
That's the goal. And by the way, refresh the page.
Oh,
Okay. Refresh. There we go.
Yeah, $8 grand, baby.
I said before, personal goal. I said if it could hit 8K while you're on the show, that would be amazing.
Yep, that's awesome. 2 more backers to 130 as well.
Nice.
We were trending on Indiegogo for 5 days because of the audience.
Mm-hmm.
5 freaking days. Nobody else. I don't. Aside from like Cyberfrog, I haven't seen a lot of books that have done that.
I think we did it for 3, And we did it twice. We did it under the arts and entertainment, the one you were trending under.
Yeah.
And then we trended under another one.
I think you guys were under like Editor's Choice or something like that.
Yeah, Editor's Choice. Yeah, we ended up Editor's Choice.
Shit, really?
Yeah. And that's rare for comics.
Yeah. Very rare. So, but yeah, I think it was about 3 or 4 days. But yeah, it was cool. Like for 5 days, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and there's some pretty talented people that haven't hit that or didn't hit those numbers. Like Kanan White has a book out there with some, I don't remember who's writing it, but yeah, that like we beat them out. Florida Man, so here's a little drama, the little ranting. So so I really like Mike Barron as a personality and as a writer. He's very, very cool. Mm-hmm. His artist on Florida Man's kind of a jerk, and he called me a wannabe creator. Mm-hmm. Who's the wannabe now, Todd?
Yeah, that was. I don't quite get where that was coming from. That's and I believe I remember him saying something to the effect of, "Take Mike Miller's name out of your mouth."
Oh yeah.
And so I was like, Mike Miller needs to fulfill his book. Maybe you need to quit using him as an example. Mm-hmm. Just saying.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Just saying. It says I want to buy, but I spent over $550 on something that says Day is Vault.
Oh,
based.
Yeah, red pill.
Thank you for backing 3 days, 4 nights. 3 nights, 4 days, part 1. My contributor ID is 138.
Oh, so we got some more. That'll hasn't registered yet, but
yeah,
we'll go in a minute.
One more backer to 130, folks.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Gosh, I wish I had the money right now. Come on, YouTube money.
I know, right? Holy shit, we've only got one Get a Sketch tier left.
Oh, nice.
So we sell that out. I made a deal that if we sell those out this week, I will talk to Preston and see if he'd be willing to open up 10 more.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Got to kind of go give him like a eh.
Of course, we'll support you. I want the next book in the Fight Man saga.
Oh yeah, that's in the works too, by the way.
Yeah,
and we can talk about that too if you want. So,
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's there you go. So now you've cracked 8,000 with 8,000.
Hell yes.
So heading in a positive direction. That's the good way.
So here's some craziness. Mm-hmm. That was what I made on 60 days in Inglewood. It was like $8 or $9 grand. I don't remember how much. I think it was a little over $8 grand. And then we've done that in like less than a week. Mm-hmm. That's incredible, man.
Doesn't it feel good? You're just like, whoa. All of a sudden, that was, and like I said, if I'm figuring right, guys, Piper, Xavier, you might surprise, you might, but I think he's trending quicker than we were.
Yeah, actually,
yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
he hit $8 grand long before we did. Because remember, we
had the setback. We were at $7 grand, and then we had the that dude did the $500 donation and then refunded it, and then it took us back to $6. And then it was. I remember that whole day. I was like, oh no, and I had to. I don't think I ever shilled so hard in my life. I was like, I got to make this $500 back up somehow. So it worked. I said, that was my goal. I said when the refund came through, I said I'm gonna do everything I can today to try to make that back up, and it went. I think we ended up making about 800 that day. So, and I'm sure you look at your dailies too, Micah. Like
oh yeah,
like
a hawk.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't looked at them as much lately, because we're in demand. So you're like, you let it coast a little bit.
Yeah,
and plus you need a break, especially if you go 60 days doing this crap.
though I will say, like, this has been a much more relaxed launch than Inglewood.
Yeah.
I was talking to Eric Weathers about it one time, and I'm like, dude, when I started this, I was just like refreshing on my phone constantly. Yep. And he's like, yeah, once you do another campaign, you won't be like that. Well, and behold,
Yeah. And plus, you already got everything planned out because, last time it was like, I would like to get Eric Weathers, but if not, but now it's like, I'm getting Eric Weathers.
Oh yeah.
you figured everything into the price and all that good stuff. Everybody knows where your goals are. I think that helps. I honestly do. I mean, I know people like, some of the bigger guys, do $1,000 goal by, trending. Great. That's awesome. But what if you only ever get that $1,000?
Yeah.
You ain't printing no books.
Yep.
You ain't even making no book at that point,
Yeah, exactly.
One thing I would definitely advise, and I'm sure you figured this out already, is that when you surge like that, don't refresh it every 5 minutes, because as soon as the surge ends, and because it always does, and goes back to normal, it drives you insane. Like,
oh yeah, your heart sinks.
8,000, 9,000, 10,000. Yes. Why is it still at 10,000? It's been an hour.
Yeah, like that. We had that initial surge, after being, after Ethan mentioned it on, his big show, and Xavier, and that was like a 4-day surge, wasn't it?
It was a 4-day surge, and
then Xavier got antsy when it started slowing down, and then Mike, I think Mike was at the point where he was going to disconnect Xavier's internet somehow. Like,
okay, you either stop checking it or you can have sex with the bear. I'll stop.
Yeah.
I'll send the goddamn bear.
Our Bull Entertainment says, rule number 1, Micah, don't panic.
Nope. Rule number 1 is don't trust Doug TeNapel.
That's true.
Rule number 1 is Optimus is always right.
That's true too. I'm usually right. Let's see. Sorry.
What? I love that avatar too.
Yeah, I like that. That's
nice.
I'm back. What I missed? Oh, you missed 3 nights, 4 days, getting to 8K, which is very good, very awesome. I love it. Okay, so let's hit these tiers. Let's jump on them. So here's our feature tier. Boom.
Yep. Mandy got on me about that. She's like, "Why don't you have a feature tier?" Damn it, I forgot. But yeah, this is basically the collector's must have at the very least, because on top of getting the comic, you're going to get a manga-sized art book that is going to be basically the story of how this book was put together in sketches, from the very first ones that Preston sent me all the way up until like this. You're going to get storyboards, character bios, things like that. I actually don't know what the page count is going to be on that, but I would imagine it'll probably be like 20-30 pages. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's definitely a collector's thing, and we're only selling these on this campaign.
Mm-hmm. I need to address one thing in the chat from a Coach in Lunacy. I think Devin Scrump's audience would fit in well with Comicsgate. I've been talking to Scrump.
Yeah, Scrump.
Something might be happening.
I love Scrump.
Scrump is awesome.
And I'm glad he's back on Twitter. Holy crap.
Oh, yeah.
And the first, of course, like, he's been back 3 days, and he's like, "Oh yes, I remember you, Mundane Matt." let me dunk on you a little bit.
And meanwhile, those cunts are like trying to dunk on Super Nerdland's numbers, and it's like, okay, here's the thing about Super Nerdland is that entire website was a worry stone for literally everyone involved. Mm-hmm. The fact that it's not getting updated means that we're not really worrying anymore. Yeah. Because we use that as a pet, like to distract ourselves from the fact that our life at that time fucking sucked. And most of us have moved on to like cool shit. Like I got my webcomic, fucking Wayne here is like running this shit. Scrump has like all the fucking trap girlfriends for whatever fucking reason.
Shit.
Yeah, I stopped doing all the stuff I was doing for Super Nerdland as soon as I started doing stuff with Graded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then Duck Bray actually isn't miserable.
Yeah, he's having a good
guy. He's pretty good. He used that website as like his crutch, man. Mm-hmm. That was how he kept sane. And we helped him keep sane, and he's sane now. Well, saner.
Well, Not Rapture does make a good point. Super Nerdland has better numbers than Matt's website.
Oh, my goodness.
Also, if we wanted to, we could crap out a much better card game than him in a week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. And also, I would mention that, yes, Graded does have a website. No, it doesn't get updated as much as it should.
I made a fucking weird-ass game in like 20 minutes, and I sent it to Xavier. And that was lewd as shit, but the point is, it was like 20 minutes.
But, yeah, as far as the websites go, like I said, we don't update it like we should. Most of it gets updated. It's like, oh, here is new show that was put up this week, kind of thing. Things are going to change because we're basically going to kind of sort of convert it into a wiki for the Reconstruction universe.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be a very nice for people who want to check out lore and things like that, So anyway.
But yeah, Strump's back.
And Scrump's back. Yeah. But yeah, comic and art book, like I said, like Micah said, this is a good featured tier. I agree with Mandy. Don't doubt her. She's seen 100,000 campaigns at this point,
Oh yeah.
So
Definitely.
yeah. So and then of course the comic, $25, which thank you, Micah. Thank you. You finally got the price right.
Yes. And the shipping right as well. I compensated for the actual handling.
Right.
So
yeah. So
I might make a profit. Well, actually, that's not true. I didn't make a profit on Inglewood, but it wasn't a whole lot.
Mm-hmm. It was like a bit, right?
It was a couple car payments.
Well, there you go. Yeah,
so
that worked. So yeah, so $25 for the comic. Like I said, good deal. And now here,
yes,
yeah, one left.
Yeah, one left, folks. So with Get a Sketch, at the opening of the art book, there is going to be a blank page. If you got Cyberfrog, you're going to know what I mean by that. On that page, Preston will draw you a sketch of a character from the book. And, of course, you can let us know what you want that to be. Mm-hmm. And because that's part of the reason why we're doing so few of them. And then basically what you're going to have is your own sketch from Preston Acevedo. And you're going to be one of the very few people that is going to have that in relation to this book. So,
yeah. Mm-hmm. And and I think that alone is worth $100.
Yeah,
guys, yeah. I've been telling people for months, don't sleep on Preston Acevedo.
We're trying to tell everybody, but then nobody listened, and then now everybody's listening.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been telling people for the better part of a year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, if you're not paying attention what this guy's doing, you're missing out.
Right. Exactly. And then we got the draw. So this is basically your draw in, be a cultist, right?
Yes, exactly. So this is so if you ever wanted to be in a satanic cult and rape and pillage village, I can make a rhyme anytime.
Okay.
This is definitely don't do it for real. Just buy this perk. And
you'll be
interested.
Yeah, you will get the chance to be drawn in. So we got 6 of these left, and same deal with the whatchamacallit, with the other tier. If we sell out of these within a week's time, I will we'll consider reopening it for people.
That's kind of what we did with the Piper. What are you doing tier? It went so quick. Piper said, "Okay, I can do 4 more." Yeah. Michael Beacon says, don't sleep on Preston Acevedo. It makes him uncomfortable.
This is true.
Hardball Entertainment asks, is there no director's cut of 3 Nights, 4 Days?
No, that is something that we are there is a director's cut-ish idea that I'm saving for the future. We'll just put it that way.
Okay. Very good. Very good. And then we got original comic page.
Yes. So this is there are only going to be 5 of these available. We're not extending these.
Yeah.
So this is exactly what it sounds like. Now, granted, you also get a copy of the comic and the Art of 3 Nights book with this. Mm-hmm. And they'll be shipped from 2 different locations. The page will get sent to you from Preston whenever he's ready to ship it, and then the comic will come when the comics are printed. Same with the art book. But these are going to be exceedingly rare in the future. Oh, yeah. And you look at how good these pages are. This is a must own for any comic art collector.
Yeah. Yes, I like the fact that you made this very.
Yep.
Oh, shoot, I don't want to buy it yet. Wait a
minute. Yet being the formative word.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but you put that in there, because. That's why I had to. I'm going to have to vary, like with the posters, right? The posters in the comics, for our stuff is not going to arrive at the same time more than likely.
Yep, exactly. And same with me.
It might be a day or 2 days, whatever. But
one thing to mention on top of that is there are add-ons whenever you pick a tier. So you can add on another book. You can add on the art book if you want an extra. You can add on the you can add on a poster as well, which is a work in progress. But once it is finished, we will put it up there on the campaign, and I will put a tier with the comic and poster basically.
Yeah.
But I did it that way so that way you guys can basically customize your tier. Because that way you could get the get a sketch thing. Well, I want another comic too, and I don't want to back it twice. Well, there you go. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
And add-ons are a good way to do it so people can get the things they want.
Kind of a la carte it.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So we got stretch goals.
Yes.
So we can go over those real quick.
Yep. Say this one, I'm excited about all of these. And I think we're going to end up hitting them with the pace we're going.
Yeah.
So 20K, we're doing, and I talked with Vinny about this months ago. So this has been in the planning stages for a while. Is Vinny Tartamella, who is an amazing artist, will be doing an alternate cover for us that pays homage to John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness.
Nice.
Yeah, that's one of the movies that really inspired this book. Though there's no green goo, just so you guys know. But let me, Optimus, I'm going to send you the cover that we're going to be paying homage to.
Okay.
Because it's a specific DVD cover. This is the one that I actually own of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to send it to you over Discord.
Sure, I'll put it up here.
Bada boom.
There it is. Grabby. Oh man, already I'm like, yes.
Yeah, and when you folks at home see what this is, you're going to be like, yeah, we need to get this to 20K.
Yep.
And you're also going to say Vinny's perfect for this.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There it is. That, yeah, I could see. Lord, that I don't know if y'all are hearing that thunder, but holy crap!
We aren't hearing it.
You aren't hearing it?
As far as we can tell, no.
Oh, okay, all right. I was like,
I hear the thunder, lightning, and the thunder.
Oh. Don't y'all start. No, don't y'all start. No, stop.
The thunder.
Yeah, this is going to be a when we get there, it will be an amazing cover, and I think a lot of people are really going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So,
I think it's that's a good, and that honestly, that's perfect for Vinny.
Oh yeah.
Perfect. That style, that that layout and stuff. That's perfect for something for Vinny to do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. So, all right. So at 30K.
Yes. So with each backer, we're going to be giving you guys 3 buttons, which you can put on your jackets or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
That'll have the helmets, the trademark helmets of each character.
Mm-hmm. Guys, we might have to steal that idea. That's a good idea.
I'm really glad we came up with that idea that Micah also came up with.
Yeah. We just
See, this is the benefit of your business partner owning a printing shop.
Yeah.
Is I can do all this stuff.
Yeah. Exactly. And I need to, like I said, I need to talk to him about the posters.
Oh yeah.
Sometime. We already have one colored. I haven't shown it yet.
I've seen it.
Yeah. Piper showed me the other night. I'm like, okay. After the talk me and you had the other night, Micah, much improvement.
Oh yeah, and there's still a lot for us to do.
Yeah,
but we're gonna Armand. I'm gonna turn Armand into a machine.
Oh,
yeah.
Boy.
No simpy.
Every time he don't work, he gets to sign a recliner.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a button and I'm gonna wire speakers in his house. Anytime I need him to get to work, I'm gonna press it and Scott Steiner's theme is just gonna play.
Yeah, he's like, he'd be sleeping. You like, all of a sudden you're like, woo! He's like, I'm up.
Yes, master, please don't hit me again.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, buttons. That's a good one. Okay, so 35.
Yep, we're gonna do stickers for everybody again. And this will be a free stickers featuring the heroes of the story. This has not been designed yet. We want to get a little closer to the goal before we do that.
Right.
But yeah, that will be the next one.
Right. And then number 40K, trading cards and a bonus for everyone.
Yes.
Very cool.
So the pay bonus is definitely something that Oliver and Preston want for sure,
course.
obviously.
Who
But
wouldn't?
the trading cards that everybody's going to get is one of the Lord of the Nearby Castle, Lord Fergus, who is a important character in the story, and then the mysterious Midnight Witch, who is the villain of the story.
Mhm.
So yeah, and then I'm going to give everybody involved in the project a bonus for us hitting that goal.
Mhm. Very cool. And then the big boy, 50K.
Yes. So on that one, Preston and I and we're gonna get Oliver over there too. We're all gonna head to North Carolina with Hatman,
Mhm.
and we're gonna help him basically get this project fulfilled and get everything shipped out, and then we're gonna sign everything that you guys want us to sign. So
And if that happens, I'm heading over there and buying y'all dinner because I just got to hang out with the boys if they're in.
you're gonna hate that bar tab. You do know that, right?
I said dinner, damn it. I don't love you that much.
Oh man.
Oh man. Yeah, there you go. He said, yes, I want more money. Let's get 40K.
Exactly.
I love it. Okay, I got to answer this question from Hard Boiled. Anywhere we can expect Peregrine? I can tell you right now we've got 3 pages left.
I think 3, yeah.
3 pages are left to be drawn.
Mm-hmm.
Because Doug Frenchin is a damn machine.
We got to pat him on the dick somehow.
Once that's done, we'll just be waiting on colors, and then of course after colors, that's letters, and then there we go.
And letters don't take long.
No, because Eric said he could knock that out in like 2 days.
Oh yeah.
Because we asked him how you want, and he probably told you the same thing. Do you want it in batches or do you want the whole thing? He said, "Give me the whole thing. Give me everything." I said, "Fair enough, fair enough." But yeah, I think what was Scott's like the rough math is like maybe everything as far as production part of it goes would be September, October. So we could you might start seeing a shipment in November, but I am not making a hard concrete promise on that because, as you know, the campaign says April 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the maximum date, but we are gunning to do it before then.
And hopefully the looting and rioting will be stopping by then.
Yeah. You're going to get your booby book. Come on.
Yep. So, Ethan's streaming right now. That's why the chat went from 30-something to 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shogunai.
It's all right. It happens. We ain't worried about it. I didn't get a notification. That's kind of weird. I think he's been getting throttled by the tubes.
Yeah, he has been.
Yeah. But yeah, so 50K. So I'm going to take another look here to see what happens.
It's 30% of his own money that he's donating to himself from another iPad. Not enough.
Oh yeah, the Alexopoulos theorem. Send myself money. Yeah, Micah, that's what you do, right? You just like send yourself.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because you love giving Google 30% of the 30% they already took. That's the way that works. But anyway, you said you were going to talk a little bit about Inglewood 2.
Yes.
So talk about that. Let's
Inglewood Book 2 is actually something that I'm working on right now. In fact, I actually had the script on my other monitor.
Mm-hmm.
What we're going to be doing with the next book is because a lot of people have been asking me about it. It's like why was that not the next thing for you guys?
Mm-hmm.
And basically what I said, I wanted to I'm not the kind of guy who just wants to do one book. First and foremost, I want to build a universe, and by doing that, I need to make multiple books. I don't want to just do one thing every year.
Right.
So because it could end up getting old or things like that. And I'm not at the point where I can do monthlies.
Mm-hmm.
So what I said I wanted to do is I wanted to take the concept, let it breathe, see how people thought about it, and then if people enjoyed it, then I'll finish the script for book 2, and then we'll do that down the line.
Right.
And with that, what I've been able to do is basically listen to criticism from people on the art, on the writing, things like that, and then fine tune it to make it that much better than the last one.
Mhm.
So I think that's probably it. Just basically lets it breathe, you know. So what I ended up doing with that was I ended up just basically making a checklist of things to do with the next book. So one thing is that one thing I told myself I was going to avoid with the original was avoiding decompression, but there's a sequence in the book that's a little decompressed. So that's gone. That's not happening anymore. Another thing that we're going to be doing with the art of the next book is focusing a lot on inking.
Yeah.
To help develop the shadows a lot better and the texture on the page. That way Armand isn't having to do all of that in Photoshop.
Right.
So that will make the art look a lot more organic. So I'm basically going to have Brian study how Art Bear does it, study how I forget the guy who inked Ed McGuinness's Hulk run, Oliver something or other. Study those guys, but also study the artist for Fist of the North Star, which is one of his favorite manga. So I'm like, we're gonna reread that, and we're gonna look at how he inks Kenshiro, because we're gonna do stuff similar to that. You know, there's a lot of those kind of hero shots in Inglewood Book 2. So that's the sort of thing you want to study, because that was one thing about Kenshiro in the manga is he always had that big heroic feel to him, and we want to echo that. Mm-hmm. So that'll be what I'll be doing there.
Standing there, broad-chested, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Ready to take on the world, kind of thing.
Yeah. And Armand is a very good colorist, but one thing that we're going to be doing as well is focusing more on the colors look kind of painted. We're actually going to try to make them feel a little flatter and more comic bookish. Yeah. So that way it mirrors the style will fit the style of Brian even better. You know, Brian has that very Ed McGuinness, Mark Bagley sort of comic book cartoon feel to it, you know? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or the best way to put it is like Ed McGuinness by way of Baki the Grappler. Yeah.
Big muscles on dudes and things like that. Yeah. He's definitely got that vibe.
Oh yeah. So we want to find color styles that complement that really well. And there were some pages in Inglewood where I think we could have done better than we did. So from what people have shown me anyway. So I've talked to guys like Spartan Scotsman and Michael Bancroft and others who are really good colorists and gotten some tips from them on what we should do. And then we're basically going to implement those and you know, what people are going to see from us is we're basically going to be focusing on making the jump from a good comic book to an incredible comic book, right? To one that you'll never want to put down. So
exactly. I mean, it sounds amazing. And then of course, you know, I think we've talked about what's going to come after that one.
Yes, the Peregrine Inglewood crossover I will be writing after I finish Inglewood Book 2, which I've only got 9 pages left.
There you go.
So,
and we've already been tossing ideas at each other, and it's like, hey, this will be a cool scene, don't you think? Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, and we've got a Preston Acevedo is in the process of putting together the villain from that and getting the particulars on his details.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So he will be designing one of the 7 Princes of Hell from that universe, and then Brian will be working with me to develop the other villain from that book. One of Elijah's craziest villains, Papa Ubio, who is the head of the Garfield or the Garfield Maniacs. Who, for those who don't know, Garfield Park is a part of is a part of Chicago that can be pretty rough, and it's known for that's where kind of the Jamaicans live.
Yeah.
So
Because way we've I think we kind of figured is that it'll be basically if things go right, it'll be like Inglewood 2, Peregrine 2, the crossover, and then as things go, that's kind of like the timeline I'm seeing, as far as like release and things like that. So kind of, because I would like to have another Peregrine story under the belt, kind of like with Inglewood, have 2 stories under the belt, and then do the crossover, and of course I've always said that's what we can explain like magic and crazy stuff,
Yeah, because the villain in the Peregrine Inglewood crossover appears in 3 Nights, 4 Days.
Mm-hmm.
So you see one of the princes of hell, and
Mm-hmm.
they're all going to be nasty, evil motherfuckers. But this one is the brute. This is the powerhouse. I'll even say what his name is. His name is Tash.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, he is based off of the Tash from the Chronicles of Narnia, which is in public domain. I did check it. He's a very different character from that book, too.
Yeah.
Tash is more like a force of nature in The Last Stand. This guy is much more physical, much more involved, much more angry because he is the personification of wrath.
Mm-hmm.
And he gonna be scary.
Yeah. Hardboiled has a good question. It's like, how many pages should a comic issue tend to be? I mean, it depends on the comic you're doing. Like,
finish your story.
Yeah.
Yeah, a one-issue comic book usually is about 22, 24 pages long.
Yeah, and that's story page. Yeah. I would say if you're doing a crowdfunding book where you're not going to be a monthly, I would say no less than 32. 48 is preferable.
Yeah.
And if you can stretch it to 64, I think that's a sweet spot.
Yeah.
Because
that's about the size of Inglewood Book 2 is going to be 66 pages. So
any more than 64, and
you're getting into collected volumes and stuff like that. So
yeah.
I mean,
Modern Dooming says here. So basically the Doom guy, if he were a demon, no. Let me put it this way: Tash is so strong he could throw the Doom guy through the surface of Mars.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Doom guy would walk it off because he's Doom guy, but
he'd be
very inconvenienced.
Yeah. He said, Doom guy's like, that wasn't cool.
Yeah.
Or did he say rip and tear? I can't remember.
Yeah, he'd be like, how do I get back there so I can rip and tear his huge guts?
Yeah.
Because Tash is 12 feet tall, and I would compare his strength to Emil Blonsky from The Abomination.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you're talking because, and I explained this to people, when you use Abomination it was like, why wouldn't you say Hulk? Well, base strength, Abomination is actually stronger than the Hulk.
Twice as strong.
Yeah. Hulk has to get really mad to fight Abomination.
Yep.
We got a sticker.
Yeah, we got a sticker. I don't know what a sticker is, but it's for $3 from Failed Superheroes Club. And he said on Twitter that he backed your book. So
thank you.
It is a little peach looking dude with a thumbs up.
Nice.
I
hope that StreamYard will do that one day where you can put that up in
Yeah, I know.
Thing. Yeah. But yeah. So that's why it's like, people need to realize like Abomination is actually in base strength stronger than Hulk. The one where the Hulk has advantage is the matter he gets, the stronger he gets. Blonsky doesn't have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blonsky was a pretty scary villain.
Yeah. If he gets the drop on Hulk, he can take him out pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've got issues where he like basically got the drop on the Hulk and KO'd him.
Yeah. Like Tash is strong enough to where he would give Thor and like the Silver Surfer trouble, and Superman. Right. He'd give them trouble.
Yeah.
He's that powerful.
Especially, and plus with Superman, he's also supernatural. So
yeah. So yeah, magic based, he would actually be able to cut him.
Yeah.
So he's going to be a very powerful villain.
Mm-hmm.
But the good thing is he's not smart. He's pretty dumb. He's a big dumb jackass. That's the best way to describe him. He's just very evil.
So yeah, they'd be more or less like the Icon of Sin then, but more compressed.
Yeah. Like the one of the images that I showed Preston as like an example of kind of part like the feel that I want for the character. Let me pull him up here. Because I want him to, to freak people out, and especially when Perry looks at him, I want her to go, "What the hell is that?"
Yeah.
There
we go. Here we go.
Nice.
Yeah. Now this is a much bigger character, but this is one person's interpretation of Tash from the Chronicles of Narnia.
Mm-hmm.
I want him to be a little stronger looking. I wanted to give him more feathers. I wanted to give him more eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I want to give him a third eye in the middle of his forehead, and then eyes on the sides of his head too. Kind of make him almost look like something out of Devilman.
Yeah.
Go a little bit more Lovecraftian. A thing that should not be.
Yeah, in a lot of ways. Because in my universe, demons are the forms that they take are based on nightmares. So somebody had a nightmare at some point, and he took his form from that.
Nice.
So, and I actually have it that he took his form basically from the nightmares of C.S. Lewis.
Well, there you go.
So
tie it all together, right?
Exactly. It's the nightmares of a holy man is what it says in the book.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Yeah, I like I said, I can't wait for this because I think one thing we talked about is like especially with the crossover is that Elijah really really appreciates having a heavyweight around.
Oh yeah.
And it's like so it went from like we ain't got a chance to, well, maybe we do,
yeah,
and that kind of stuff. So
yeah, he has in the book he's gonna have this lamentation that he really is alone in his crusade because he ruminates on the idea of well what if another city needed me, what if I was needed somewhere else, what would happen, what would I do, stuff like that.
Franchise.
Yeah, exactly.
Inglewood Inc. Like Batman Inc. Inglewood Inc.
Yeah. Recruit a ton of MMA fighters to just go become crime fighters too.
What? Conor McGregor?
Give me your badge.
Fucking crime shite.
Fook. I like that. I always loved that when he was like getting, at the end of the fight with Floyd Mayweather, and he was getting rocked at the end, near the end there,
Yeah.
But he still said like he was mad because they, cut the fight off. He says, "If he knocks me out, he knocks me out. Fuck it."
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, basically saying I've been knocked out before, so just let him do it.
Yeah.
I want to see where it goes. Maybe we'll leave it for this time.
I mean, I will say, I've always, we all talked about it when we watched that fight, and the one thing that got me was he started off really well.
Oh yeah.
In that, like his first 3 rounds, he was really good, but then you saw like the difference between an MMA fighter and a boxer.
Oh yeah.
Because the stamina,
the conditioning is way different. Yeah.
The stamina started like coming into play. But I said he was smart. He was trying to get it in those first 3 rounds.
Oh yeah.
He knew what he was doing. It's just he couldn't get close enough because Mayweather, he's a dancer. Say what you want about him.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen them in a K1 rules fight.
Oh yeah.
I'm just okay. I'm still pissed off about the judges and that there was only one honest judge. The other 2 were like trying to protect boxing, but the one guy was like, you know what, this Conor McGregor guy was okay.
Yeah, I'm giving him 3 rounds. That there was one judge is I'm giving him these 3 rounds because he dominated at least 3 rounds. So, but the other one they were like, no, we're Mayweather all the way. Like, no, fuck off. Anyway, let's look at this trailer.
Yes.
Because you wanted some metal. You wanted metal as fuck, Mike. Here you go. All right, here we are. And yes, it did.
In our life on Earth, the closest thing we'll ever experience to hell itself is war. When brave souls emerge from these pits of fire and death, the first thing they look forward to is coming home. To family, to friends, and hopefully to never have to see that hell again. In the year 1188, 3 crusaders returned to England after the siege of Jerusalem with exactly that in mind. But the devil has different plans.
Very nice.
Oh yes.
Very nice. Love it. Yeah, and like I said, man, like I said at the beginning, this is your. I can tell this is the one. This is the story I felt that you had been wanting to tell from the beginning. Like
Yeah.
you can always tell when the enthusiasm in a creator. That it's like that's the story they want to tell. That's the one that they said this is my. I wouldn't say magnum opus because I don't think everybody. You don't ever. I don't. Eventually you tell that magnum opus. Eventually you have your Watchmen and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
but this is like it's like the story you want to do. And like you said, this is the origin of your universe essentially.
Yeah. This is the beginning. This is a story of how it all came together and what makes the whole world tick in this sense.
Right. Wim says, "Why do I feel this book will steal my ammo money?"
It should.
It should, because here's the thing: ammo runs out eventually. Books are forever.
Yes.
I think it's important to have both when the grid goes down.
That's true. Have a book and have plenty of ammo. Well, I guess Hardball's asking. We'll take that one real quick before we log off.
Yeah, Project Lazarus is in the works. Mm-hmm. We're hammering out designs and things like that. Now the thing is that the artist that I'm working with on it, Bob Stone, he's a professional artist, so he doesn't have time to, like do pages and stuff on his spare time very often. So we check in, we talk once a week about it, and we've come to the realization we got several months to the planning process to get stuff done before we really like started a campaign for that. There's going to be a point in the future where I'm going to basically be doing like campaign. That campaign will be open for 2 months. Once it goes in demand, the next one is going to start, kind of like your boy does it.
Yeah.
I just want to build up that trust first with the community, obviously, but that is what I want to do. I want to, constantly keep my brand moving. So, Lazarus not only is going to happen, it's going to be a regular book in the future too.
Mm-hmm. And I guess I could say this much. If you want to see what happens with Project Lazarus, you really want to see that crossover. Because the crossover for Micah's universe, it does have real consequences. It's not like a non-canon crossover or anything like that.
Yeah. See, oddly enough, like I've got a book here.
There,
Some people might remember this, but one Wildcats book, Wildcats Aliens, had massive impact on the Wildstorm universe. That's how old this book is. Is like it actually has the Wildstorm logo, not DC's.
Yeah.
You can't find it very easily either. But basically, what I wanted to do is what Warren Ellis did with Wildcats Aliens, and that's have a crossover that has consequence for the universe, as opposed to just be like this throwaway that never gets referenced ever again.
Right.
Yeah, I'd like to, in a Peregrine book at some point, going like, man, Elijah would be great to have right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's the thing. I want them to remember. I always hate those ones that do a crossover and said, and their memory fades of that because it didn't really happen, or something stupid like that. It's like, no, I want this to like have an impact that, the big thing is like your character has a big world impact, especially at the end of it, and our character has a big impact. It's like, oh shit, demons.
Yeah, exactly.
And other worlds and shit, I think it's going to be a beautiful thing. So, one more interesting question. How do I load my guns with books? Very carefully.
This question was answered in Don't Be a Menace.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you, you get the one loading guns for dummies. That's
there you go.
load guns.
Yeah. That 2 birds, 1 stone, right? So I'm going to go ahead and call it right here because not only is the weather wilding out outside, so I'm afraid I might lose power. Yeah. Sorry, I'm kind of glancing over because I'm seeing lightning and stuff like that. So yeah, guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Definitely check out 3 Nights, 4 Days, Part 1. It cracked 8K. We want to see it get all the way to goal. Be nice if it hit goal by this weekend. That'd be
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah. That way,
And then at that point on the 7th day, I can rest.
yeah, Micah's like, and anybody who hasn't checked it out, Back Peregrine, Wings of the Falcon is still in demand. We are at let me look real quick on this side. We are refresh on that. Yeah, we're at 889 backers. It would be nice to get to 890, so get one more. That'd be great.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, I'm like, I'm just aiming now. I was like, you know what? I think we can do 1,000.
Yeah, I really think that would be cool. That's what I'm watching for.
Because remember, Mike S. Miller said it's not a real book unless it's 1,000 backers.
That's true. Hey, play Manly Man, because it's been mentioned randomly the entire time.
All right. We'll play
At the very end.
At the very end, you get Manly Men.
We are men, manly men.
Wow.
We are men, manly men.
Wow.
We are men, manly men.
Oh,
We
wow.
are men, manly men.
I honestly hate fucking Edwin's chin.
A little random. Yeah, Edwin is one of those.
He has no teeth. It looks like. So, like, when you have, like, close your jaw right now. Like, right now.
Mm-hmm.
You notice how there's no fucking, like, there's, like, you still have a fucking chin. I have a feeling he has no fucking teeth.
Edwin is one of those that, whatever you say about him, he's better with a beard.
Yeah, that's the least you can say about him.
Yeah, so you want this Edwin.
Because then at least it looks like he's a functional face there. Without a beard, though,
I still ain't figured out what Doug's doing, and Mike's just looks like a dunce, which...
So that's Mike for you.
That's Mike for you, yeah. Whatever you do, don't kill Jawas in front of Micah.
Yes, please don't.
Yeah, don't, because you get that response. And always arrest Nick Ricada for losing the case. So, yeah, thank you guys for showing up tonight. We appreciate it. We will see you soon. Like I said, back 3 Nights, 4 Days. Check them out. Links in the description below if anybody's watching this later. And we will see y'all tomorrow night. We are, Unstitched tomorrow night, Piper?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have the, I forgot his name. We'll be looking at the Unstitched project.
By Guy Smiling.
Yeah, it's going to launch on Thursday. So we're going to talk to him tomorrow night. So y'all have a good one. We'll see you later and take care.
Bye.